Guys, I'm back with another one, and in this video I'm going to be looking at my usual Bitcoin weekly review, see where we could potentially be going this week. I've also got a trading journal that you can potentially be using. You don't have to use a spreadsheet or anything along them lines. So we've got the daily plan for BTC, and then also I'm going to be looking at why you could potentially be taking too many trades when you could just take one trade that's going to make you the same amount in a week than taking 20 trades that is higher risk than just taking the one trade and making more money off that one trade than the 20. So yeah, let's get straight into the video, guys. So this week, let's have a little look at BTC, where we could potentially be going, what we're going to be doing this week, what's our weekly plan, what's our daily plan. Personally, I won't be trading today. I like to miss Mondays out just to see where we can be going, create the daily range and things like that. So let's have a little look at BTC. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these drawings that I've put on BTC, and then I'm going to get my volume profile, pop the volume profile in, and then going to be looking for liquidity areas, which I can clearly see here. We've got a liquidity area there at around 70k. We've got a liquidity area there at around 49k-ish. So at the minute we are still inside a range. We've not broken out of any side of this range. We are still in this range between 55 and 71. We haven't broken out that range. We're also looking at these liquidity areas on both sides. Why did we push from this area? Well, if you have a little look on this weekly, let's get my little rectangle out. We had a bullish fair value gap inside there. We've also got another bullish fair value gap just a little bit lower between the areas of 47.5 and 43.7. We have got a massive area of interest that we've not tagged into. I'm not saying we are going there. This probably will get tagged into when we start to go very, very bearish, which we haven't at the minute. We got a little bearish fair value gap in here, there to there. We have inverted that bearish fair value gap. That's something that I did previously say on one of my videos before. We're going to wait for it to invert that bearish fair value gap, and then potentially we can be coming for this area around 70k. If we hadn't have inverted that and we had respected that and started to come back down, that's when a shorting opportunity would occur, if we'd have created a bearish fair value gap back in there and then we dropped. I still think we are going to take this area down here around 49k, and I do think we will take that 70k area at some point as well. So I'm going to be watching to see what happens. That's on the weekly. I'll come into the daily, and we have got a big bullish fair value gap there on the daily. I don't really want to be drawing too many things onto this chart, so it confuses you too much. Point of control is around 67k area, so I reckon we will tag that. If we tag that, and we start to see a little bit of consolidation, a bit similar to this, and then it took out that area there at 69k, which it did. Then we started to create bearish order flow, bearish fair value gaps on the way down, and then we dropped off. So they're the areas of interest on BTC this week. I'm just going to show you certain areas of so if we have a little look here, have a little look at that bearish fair value gap that got formed there. See, we came down, we tagged back into it, and then we dropped, but we never took out that liquidity there, which left a lot of liquidity there before we started to push back up. Can you see now we have taken out that liquidity there? This is why I'm marking out these areas at the minute of liquidity. So we've got something similar here. Look at that liquidity there. Did we take it out? Yes, we took that liquidity out there. So this is what the big boys are looking at. Where is the most liquidity sitting at the minute? Yeah. So then you can easily go into CoinGlass and have a little look. Over the past 24 hours, we've got some liquidity lying there at 64.5. We've also got this area here now, 63.3. But I like to open it up and use the monthly chart and have a little look at where most liquidity is lying. As we can clearly see at the minute, the most liquidity is lying up above in these areas. So market makers are going to want to be going for these bigger areas. And we are creating, if you look here, we're out of that downtrend now. Look, we're out of the downtrend and we're now starting to consolidate inside this area. If we go a little bit further out into the 6 month, let's have another little look. That's why I like CoinGlass, because you can see the liquidity. I know where the liquidity is on the chart. I just mark it out manually. I know where it is. If we have a little look, this is where a lot of your liquidity is lying. A lot of it. But then if we go even further and we go into the yearly, I know a lot of people like to day trade, but I also like to look at the yearly and to see where most of the liquidity is lying. We do have a lot of liquidity lying up above us. There's a lot of it. There's a fair few billion sat up there. But then if we come down below us, this is why I think when we start to create the bearish order flow and start to come down, we're gonna tag these areas here. Because around these areas, there's as much down here, maybe more, than these up above us there. But that's after we get to these bigger areas. And then liquidity will start to develop up here. So let's go back into BTC. I've also got 2 altcoin requests and I'm going to do them as well, as quick as I can. So what I'm looking at the minute, start to create this daily range. We're going to potentially take out that there at 70k. But I don't really want to go long yet, because if I go long, where's my stop loss going to be here? If I go long here now at this area and I'm aiming for that area there, my stop loss now has to be there or there, which is a tighter stop loss. Which is still a good risk to reward, and it is below that bullish fair value gap. So potentially that is a fairly decent trade to take. So if we have a little look, if you look at that candle that pushed up, we then came back in, started to consolidate, then we've gone again, took out that wick. We're here again in this same area where we probably will consolidate for a little bit before we go to try and wipe out that. That's the area I'm looking at, and that could be there a potential trade. If it comes up, tags into that point of control, my stop loss is then going to go up. You can even take it a little bit further, that stop loss. Once we've tagged that area, put your stop loss here above this wick. All you're doing is protecting your money. That's what you're going to be doing. So there's my daily range on BTC. I can see bullish momentum in BTC at the minute. Like I say, this is just my personal point of view. Go on the chart and have a little look for yourself. But I can see bullish momentum. The only thing that's disappointing me at the minute is the volume is still low on the daily. And then if we go into the weekly, the volume is still not the best as it could be. It's still fairly low. But things can change over a week. So that's BTC. That's what I'm going to be potentially looking at the daily. I'm going to drop down into the lower time frames, see where I can actually start to scale into this trade, see where we can go with this trade. So we go back into the daily. So say I'm going to take a long here on BTC. Long position on BTC. My stop loss is going to be there. You can even put it there just below that fair value gap, but you've got risk of it wicking you out. So I'll put it there. I'm aiming for there. That's the trade I'm looking at on BTC. So let's drop into the 15 minute. It could be a good trade, that. It could be a very good trade. So keep your eye on that. So I've done BTC now. And I'm going to go and have a little look at a couple of trades that somebody wanted me to have a little look at for them. Let me just get them up. Where is it? It's down here somewhere. We're going to look at XEM. Let's have a little look at XEM. XEM. I'm going to use the Bybit chart because I like to use the spot to check the trades out. I don't just like to use the futures. I like to look at the spot. XEM. Taking out them lows. Are we going to start seeing bullish momentum? The only problem that we've got here on the weekly is we're in a massive fair value gap. Here. There to there. Which is 002150 and 003518. We're in that massive fair value gap. Personally, I'm not going to be touching this trade. I don't like it. So I'm not going to touch it. The bullish fair value gap that I can see is around 001430 and 001618. Have a little look at it, but we are trading inside that bearish fair value gap, and there is a daily bearish fair value gap in the same area of it. See how it's tagged it and then it's come off again. I won't. It's not something that I really want to be trading at the minute. Let's go back into the weekly again. It's just another one of them coins that had such a big push up, and now, you know, your volume profile's back down here. This is where most trades are getting taken place at the minute. If we can get up past them areas, we are at the point of control at the minute. You know, we could potentially be taking out these highs here, there and there. But I won't be taking that. We've also got another one, TLM. No. Wow. Look at this. Imagine if you hadn't sold your TLM there at $5.09. Look at what you sat holding now. Wow. No. If you want to trade it, but I'm not going to be trading that. To be honest, I don't really want to review it because it just looks like a pile of crap. It's not really something that I'm going to trade. What is that? Just imagine if you'd held TLM and you were at $6. Just imagine if you'd have held it. Look at where you are now. What a horrible coin. No, I won't be trading that. That's not for me. If you want to trade it, trade it. I ain't got no areas for you though, because I don't really want to be trading that. It's just another shit coin that gets manipulated. I'm not touching it. Right. So now let's get into the other thing that we're going to be looking at. The trading journal. So you can create a free trading journal. You don't need a spreadsheet, like I said. You can go into Discord. Open up Discord. Let's open up Discord. When it loads, I'll just have a little drink. So you can open up Discord, yeah. This is my little trading server. Yeah, I've got all these. Finished trades, profit and loss, long-term trades, swing. Basically, that's just swing trades. Trades that are finished. I'm in a loss. Trades that have lost. Trades that have won. Buy, sell, fair value gaps, scalps, support and resistance. All that. You can put all that in there. And all you're going to do is you're just going to add server. Create my own. Oh, no, not that one. For me and my friends. Create. So all you're going to do. You're going to then create a channel. Scalping. Create channel. So okay, back into here. Say I'm going to take a scalp on BTC. So in effect, I'm not going to be on this high time. I'm going to start on the high time frame. I'm going to drop down into the 4 hourly. Let's have a little look. And then I'm going to mark out certain areas on this 4 hour. So we've got a 4 hour fair value gap there that we've tagged into at the minute. Say I want to go long. I'm going to drop down into the 5 minute. Let me just remove that a second. Let me just move that across there. I go down into the 5 minute. I'm in a 4 hour fair value gap. Where could I potentially be going here? Possibly this wick here at 65. So if I'm going to take a little scalp, where's my stop going to be? We all know where my stop's going to be. If I'm going to take a little long here on BTC, my stop's just going to be there. Just below that wick. All I'm going to be aiming for is there. That's it. That's all I'm going to be aiming for if I'm taking a scalp. Yeah, we're on the 4 hour. Big bear, bullish fair value gap right there. We've tagged into it. This is where you want it to go long. I won't be going long now, but what I'm saying is that's what you want to be looking at. And then you're going to take a screenshot of that, which is Windows Shift S. Quick screenshot. When it loads, here we go. Save. It'll say you already saved this, blah blah blah. Yes, click yes. I'm gonna go back into my Discord. I'm like, right. I'm gonna upload a file. Saves you messing about. It's just easy. Upload file. BTC. Scalp long. Why I took it. Risk to reward. R&R. And that's all you're going to do. Why you've took it. Your risk to reward. And then you just enter. That's going to then be there for you to review. So say you've lost that trade or you win that trade. So you're just going to create another channel. And you're just going to put wins. Create. Losses. No, I'm just rushing it here. So say that wins. So then what you're going to do is, say it's won, and you're then going to go back into here. Say you've hit that target, Yeah, you close the trade out. You're then going to take another screenshot of this. Yeah, Alt Shift S, and then you're going to left click once it like darkens out. Left click, drag it up, take the screenshot back into your Discord. You're going to then post it in here, and you're going to be like, you're going to put a description of why it was a good trade or why it was a bad trade. If you've lost it, if you've won it, why it was a good trade. You're going to, obviously, you're going to be like, I made a certain amount. The reason I took the trade, why it was a good trade. And then what you can do is over time, this obviously will fill up over time. Yeah? And then you can actually review, am I better at longing coins or am I better at shorting coins? Am I better using fair value gaps? Am I better at using support and resistance? Am I better at using the 20 EMA, the 50 EMA? Just little things like that. That's all you're going to put in it then. And that literally, you can then sit down and actually look through them trades and be like, oh, I were better at that. I were better at this. I want as good as that. And that's all you're going to do with the Discord. It's so much easier to do it like that than creating a spreadsheet and then having to fill it all out when it's just here, screenshot, and you're done. Easy as that. Okay? So another thing that I wanted to have a little, let me just check how long we've been going. 21 minutes, yeah. So the next couple of minutes I'm going to finish the video. Another thing that I want to be looking at is, are you going to make more money off one trade, or are you going to make more money off taking 20 trades, having to sit at your PC or laptop or whatever it is for 10 hours or whatever, 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever? Or is it easier for you to take one trade, let that trade play out, and go back your daily business? So I just spotted someone on BTC here. So if you have a little look, we had a 4-hour fair value gap there. Yeah? Look at what it did on the 4-hour fair value gap. It fired off. So even if you'd have taken that long there on BTC, let's have a little look at this. Let's have a little look. I just want to have a little look to see where it is. So that's your 4-hour fair value gap. We are creating bullish momentum. Yeah? Don't rush into this trade. I know a lot of people will have rushed into that. And then next thing they know, we got stopped out. Have a look there. That there is a 4-hour fair value gap. And all you're going to do is, say you had an order set there in the middle of that fair value gap at around 56, 55k. Yeah? Your stop's going to be there on the 4-hour. And then all you're going to be looking at, where is a potential area of liquidity? There's my potential area of liquidity. Look at the risk to reward there. And then all you've got to do is, you don't even have to, close the trade there. You don't even have to. All you've got to do is, once it starts to create bullish momentum, you're then going to start bringing your stop up. Where's the nearest area where I can bring my stop up? There. Okay, yeah, it nearly came down and tagged you out, but it didn't, and then it went off again. Right, so where's my next area? There. Okay? Right, so we're going to wait. It's creating bullish momentum again. It's come back down. It's pumped off again. Where's my next area? Oh, right there. That's where my stop goes now, 58. We started to create bullish momentum. Come back down there. Where's my next stop? There we go. There's the next wick, 58.8. Okay, we've created more bullish momentum. Where's my next stop going? There we go. Right there, 59.7. And this is how you're going to make more from your trades. Instead of taking, say you've longed it here, oh, I've took 50% there. You've only got 50% running left in that trade now. Yeah? You've moved your stop up there. You've dropped down. You've gone up again. Oh, I'm going to take another 25% off there. You've dropped down. It's come back up. Oh, I'm going to take another 20 there. So all you're doing is, you're pulling money out of the trade. Why not instead add to your winners and cut your losers quick? So then overall, over the days you can actually look, I had a little loss there, but my one winner covered 3 of my losses. So I'm not bothered. You only need to be profitable between 40, 50 or 60% of the time to actually make money in trading. And I think that's where people get confused. They think they've got to make money every single day. You don't. You can be a profitable trader by trading twice, 3 times a week, instead of trading 75 times a week, risking more of your capital if that trade goes wrong. So just have a little think about that one. So with, obviously I'm gonna, there's Andre that you can get in contact with. I've got, I will have in the description there will be links to Andre. That's his premium Discord channel if you want to join that. We've also got another guy that I've got along really well, James, in the chat. I think it's Baccarat. I will have a link for him in the description as well. He does indicators. Really good trader, really good indicator if you want to have a little look at that. I'll also have a link in the description for my printing company, which is JEG Unique Printing. We do all sorts in our printing company. We print t-shirts, we print mugs, we do photo frames. You know, 90% of the stuff, if you name it, we can probably make it. So have a little look at that. Like I say, all them links will be in the description. Take a little look at them. And I'm going to get off now. I've got snooker shortly, so I need to go. And I will be back probably at the end of the week. I think I'll see if I can get another video out at the end of the week, and we'll go from there. But that's it from me, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Happy trading.